So in this video, we're going to be reviewing a show on Netflix by the name of Strangers from Hell, or better known as Hell is Other People. Now, if you enjoy the review, please give it a like and subscribe because it helps me a lot and it's free, so you can undo it anytime. I'll also say this video has a lot of spoilers because this is my first time reviewing a show, so I will give you a spoiler-free review first and then warn you again about spoilers. The show talks about an aspiring writer who lands an internship at an old friend's company, so he moves to Seoul, and as he's low on cash, he finds a cheap place to stay in by the name of Eden Residence. While it being cheap, a lot of weird things happen in the residence to our main character, and a lot of mind games being played at the expense of our main character. Now that was your spoiler-free review, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty bits of the show. Everybody in the residence is weird. There's a guy who always mumbles and smells like garbage and watches porn with his door wide open. There's twins where one of them appears to be mentally handicapped and always laughs, while the other one imitates him at random times, so you could never tell which is which. An extremely calm character who gives the impression to be in control of everyone, and then the owner of the building who disregards our main character's concern at every turn. I'm gonna skip a few episodes because there's a lot of mental games being thrown at our main character, which includes people breaking into his room, the sense of being watched in his own room, and he was being watched, there's a hole in the wall that he never notices, being drugged and being followed outside of the residence, people disappear from the residence and the owner claiming they moved. So I'm gonna skip a bit to episode 7. That's where we see our main character psyche cracks a bit. He starts having more and more flashbacks to when he was back in the army. He keeps imagining himself beating people to death or killing them or simply asking them if they want to die. One day while he's working at the company, his co-worker, who has been throughout the show just yelling at him, berating him because apparently he likes a girl at the company, and then this guy shows up and then the girl likes our main character, but then the guy feels jealous, so our main character breaks the guy's face in. Of course, because the CEO of the company is his friend, he says that he's gonna talk to the guy not to press charges, and that he's gonna meet after work for a talk. And this is where we see the mental toll takes form on Yoon. That's our character's name, by the way, Yoon. He meets with a friend, and one of the people who remains calm, seems in control, shows up. And that's where we see Yoon beg to spare the life of his friend. The guy leaves and Yoon warns his friend to be careful, but of course, the friend being a hothead who got into an argument with Yoon and Seo, that's the guy's name by the way, Seo, he takes offense to that and disregards his warning. Episode 10 is the final episode. Yes, we skipped 8, 9, just calm down, it's okay. On episode 10, that's where it all unravels. You learn that the owner of the building was actually the owner of a foster home, and all the people who live in the building belong to the foster home. Yoon breaks, but not in the sense of which they hoped. They wanted Yoon to join them and be part of them, but Yoon's psyche breaks and decided to kill them all. Yoon finds the people who he got told they moved out trapped inside the residence, so he sets them free, and he kills everyone in the residence that was responsible. One thing I found interesting, for some reason, it reminded me of the Joker and Batman dynamic. The Joker wants Batman to kill so that he can say he won and broke the Batman. In this sense, CEO created a killer, and as Yoon was choking CEO to death, CEO was not angry or sad, nor did he fight back. He was happy, claiming that he created a masterpiece, that his work will outlive him, and that makes him happy. At the end of the show, there are more secrets to reveal about the people, so this wasn't a spoiler-filled review. This is more like a 50-50 spoiler kind of deal. In conclusion, the show is decent. It's not a great show that kept me at the edge of my seat wanting more. As a matter of fact, I kept forgetting that I was watching it and would watch an episode every week or so and get hooked on a completely different show. It's a slow burner for sure, and at some point I stopped caring about Yoon and just kept screaming at the screen telling him to move, and just telling myself that I'd rather live on the street than live in a place like this. But that's just me. You might enjoy the show. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe, like the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.